Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Fix This. In this episode I'm going to do a live demo of the Goss/Turbo Torch welding setup. I used to use oxygen acetylene setup and found out about this. A little more convenient, a little smaller. It comes with an auto light tip, hose, a little regulator there on the handle, plus a regulator valve on the MC tank. It does not come with the tank though, but you can increase and decrease the pressure. I found you want the pressure all the way increased on this in order to make your welds go a little quicker. So here's my setup. I just leave my one tank in a backpack, little tool backpack. We're going to turn on the regulator. Got my solder and my torch tip. So as I mentioned, the tip is an auto igniting tip, so you just turn the regulator on the handle and strike the tip, and that's all there is to it. You can adjust the handle regulator and increase or decrease the flame size, but I found that it's best to have this thing full blast. So here you'll be able to hear it's a little noisier than normal. So that could be a downfall if you can't stand the noise. We're going to go ahead and solder in an evaporator to a subzero refrigerator. I found that I accidentally didn't have my pressure up all the way on the tank regulator, so this one takes a little bit longer. When we get up to the filter dryer, you'll see that it goes a little quicker as I've turned the pressure up. Some of the things I've really liked about this is the flame size is a little bigger, and that flame swirls around the tubing. This is a 1/4 inch copper tubing, but it swirls around so it gives a really even solder joint front and back. But because the flame size is bigger, that could be a downfall if you're in any really tight areas. I've done some LG compressors and subzero compressor, subzero evaporator with it, and I've been able to do them all just fine with the Turbo Torch or the Goss Torch. And you will notice I do like to use a lot of solder. As one of the guys that trained me quite a few years ago used to say, too much solder, and that always stuck with me. But I like to use a little extra, make sure that weld's nice and strong and isn't going to leak on me. So we're going to head up to the compressor, putting an access valve on the compressor. I like to charge through the low side when I'm doing sealed system work, so I'm just going to throw a little access valve up on here. But you can see as I've increased the pressure that the welding actually goes quicker. So all in all, been a big fan of this Goss Torch or the Turbo Torch. Pretty much the same thing. When I was looking into getting it, there were no online videos that showed any live demonstration for appliance repair or even just standard copper tubing. It was all big massive tubing, and so there wasn't really much out there. So hopefully this gives you guys an idea of what these Turbo Torch, Goss Torch setup can do and how they work in an actual sealed system. I know I wish there was a video out there that I could have seen this. It would have helped make my decision a lot easier, because I went back and forth. Had a buddy that ended up buying one and he loved it, so I decided to pull the trigger and get it. So we're just going to do the cap tube on the filter dryer, and that pretty much sums up my review on the Turbo Torch. My buddy has the Turbo Torch, I have the Goss Torch, and they're pretty much identical. There's no difference between the two. One thing that I've noticed about the Goss Torch though is the tip never heats up. The Turbo Torch does get a little hot, the Goss does not. So you can go ahead and not worry about burning yourself or melting anything that you actually are putting the torch tip into. But welds look great, they hold, they're strong, and it's nice and easy and convenient to use. So hopefully this review is helpful, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.